Hi, this is Haley, the face of Waco Girl Does. You're listening to No Waco.
Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. As you guys can see, or maybe if you're just listening, you can hear, we have a very special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Noel Baker. I'm here today to talk about our program, Imagination Library of Waco.
Oh, wow. And what brought you to Waco? Or are you a Waco native?
So I am not a Waco native. I came initially lived in Waco for a while when I was at Baylor for undergrad. I left for more school and residency training. I'm an OB-GYN here in town.
Oh my gosh, wow.
So that's my daytime job.
Oh,
but
wow.
And additionally, the Imagination Library is something that my husband and I brought to Waco.
Yeah.
So after all the training and everything, we were looking for just a place to live for me to start my practice. And so that's what brought us to Waco.
Oh, wow. And how long have you been living in Waco now?
Almost 6 years.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Yeah, it goes fast.
So I always ask people, have you claimed the title of Wacoan yet?
I think so, yes.
Okay, good.
We're Wacoans and planning to stay here.
Oh, yay. And so you have your family here, correct?
Yes, yeah. I have my husband, Kevin, who helped me start Imagination Library of Waco. And we have an 18-month-old son, Drew.
Oh, he's so cute. 18 months old.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's fantastic. And so you brought Imagination Library to Waco. So tell me about the program and why we didn't have it here and how we have it now.
Sure. So Imagination Library is Dolly Parton's Imagination Library.
The Queen.
The Queen, yes. So we actually were living in Tennessee where she really is a queen.
Wow.
So
Dolly
my husband,
World.
Yes, exactly. My husband's from Tennessee. We met while we were living in Knoxville, Tennessee, which is right down the road from her amusement park and Dollywood Foundation and everything that's down there. So in Tennessee, Imagination Library is very well known. It's in the whole state. What it is it's a book gifting program. So children age 0 to 5 get a free book in the mail every month.
Oh, wow.
And so in Tennessee, this is really well known. We brought the program to Waco. We were sitting around like other people in the pandemic in 2020, sitting around twiddling our thumbs going, what do we do? And we just started thinking, like, is there something we could do that Waco could use? Is there something that Waco could use? And my husband brought up, hey, did you know that we can start an Imagination Library here? It's something that anyone can start in their own communities.
Wow.
And so Dolly Parton and Dollywood Foundation kind of run the infrastructure of it. The role of the local affiliate is to enroll kids and fundraise the money for it.
Wow.
And so we decided we were going to bring it to Waco. We started fundraising. We started enrolling kids. And so we've been in existence and running since I think it's January of 2021.
Wow, congratulations. A year and a half already.
Yeah, so in that amount of time, we now have almost 700 kids in the program.
700 kids, wow.
And we've gifted out 7,500 books.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's grown really quickly. I think people tend to just love the idea of getting kids books. So for people who grew up reading, a lot of people have a really good association with their favorite childhood books or being read to as a child. They kind of have that nurturing response that comes between parents and children. When you're sharing a book together is really important for children's development, as well as just helping them to build the foundations for reading. And so we just thought that was something that's really important, something that kids in Waco could use. And so we decided to bring it to Waco.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And so you said you've had 700 kids enroll. So what is your goal by the end of 2022?
Yeah, we don't necessarily have a number goal, but we do have a goal to open it up to 2 more zip codes by the end of the year.
My zip code was not on the list, so my zip code needs to be on the list.
So let me run through what the zip codes are and what our goal is. So right now we're open in 76701, 76704, 76707, 76710, and 76711.
The fact you remembered that, I can barely sometimes remember my own zip code. Remembering
I've
other
gotten to know
people's.
the zip codes in Waco.
Mine's 76706. So
okay, so that's one of the ones on the list. So we're hoping to open 06 and 08 before the end of 2022.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
Right now, it's just fundraising is what's holding us back from being able to do that. We want to make sure that we can raise enough that the kids will be able to enroll in those zip codes, and we'll have the funding to cover for the books.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So what does fundraising look like for you guys?
Yeah, so there's lots of different things we're doing. Right now, we're mostly just trying to get the word out and getting individuals and businesses to donate. So we've had some really good support from people in the community who hear about the program and then donate directly to us. Later this year, we're probably looking at fall of doing an event fundraiser also.
Oh, wow. That's going to be fantastic.
So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I think the more we can just get the word out there to people, we have some people who donate on a recurring basis, and some people who have given us really generous one-time donations. So every little bit counts.
Yeah.
The cost of it, the program is $25 per kid per year. So it's about $2 a book.
I was about to say, sometimes you can't even buy a book for less than $24 anymore. So
Yes, yeah. That's one of the wonderful things about what Dolly Parton has done. She has partnered with Penguin Publishing House.
Yeah.
And so they are the ones that she's helped negotiate the cost down of these books.
Wow.
And that's how we're able to get the books at this cost. So $2 for these really good quality books.
Yeah.
They're picture books or story books. They all come addressed to the child and the child's name, with their name and their parents' name on the book. Kids get really excited
I was
to
going to
get
say,
their
I'm
own
sure
book,
they love that.
to collect their books.
Just
to
to get mail, because no one
Yeah.
gets mail anymore.
Exactly, yeah. So kids love getting their own mail and having their own library of books. If they enroll at birth, they'll have 60 books by the time they graduate from the program.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So,
And it's 0 to 5, right?
0 to 5. So
right up to that preschool, kindergarten age, right?
Exactly. Right at their 5th birthday is when they get their last book. And they get to keep those books. And it's great for them to have their own little library collection of books.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I know you brought with us a book today.
Yeah, so this is The Little Engine That Could. That's the first book that every child gets.
Wow.
So the books are unique in that they have been hand-selected by a committee at Dollywood Foundation.
Oh, wow.
It's a committee of educators, reading experts who pick the book for age 0, age 1, age 2, so that it developmentally is appropriate for them. But the first book that every child gets is The Little Engine That Could.
Oh, that's
and that's
so sweet.
That's because it's Dolly Parton's favorite book.
It's one of my favorite books. That's what I was saying when you brought it in.
Yeah, it's Dolly Parton's favorite book.
I think I can.
Yes,
I think I can.
exactly. She thinks it's just such a good message for kids that she wants each child to have their own copy of the book.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the really special parts of this is that it's Dolly Parton's favorite and she wants all the kids to have it, and
Dolly
it's
gets what Dolly wants.
Yes.
Well, that's fantastic. So it helps build these children's their library and helps get them going, including that bonding time. So what is the mission behind this program?
Yeah, so the mission behind Imagination Library is to inspire a love of reading and learning. Kids who are introduced to books from a very young age, even that first month of life, when these kids are read to, they're going to have a positive association with books. And if they have a positive association with books, they're going to be excited to read, excited to learn. Kids that are missing that, who don't get read to as often because they don't have access to books, are going to be more likely to be behind when they start kindergarten and then to be behind when they continue through elementary.
Wow.
So really the goal is to get these kids to love books, to love reading, so that they're excited about it and want to carry on their education.
Wow.
And so there's actually a ton of research behind Imagination Library. There's research done from all over the country, the world. Really, Imagination Library is worldwide now.
Wow, really?
Dolly Parton has it in the U.S., the UK, Canada, and Australia.
Oh, wow.
And they are actually, Imagination Library headquarters is giving out 2 million books a month.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
It's a huge program. And because of that, we do have so much research behind it, just showing that kids are more ready for kindergarten. So they're scoring better on their kindergarten readiness scores. And they're even scoring better on their 3rd grade reading and math scores.
Oh, wow.
So we're actually seeing some concrete proof that this program makes a difference to kids. In addition to kids just loving the program, loving the books, the parents loving the books.
Yeah, so why do you think this is so important to our Waco community specifically?
In Waco, we know that we have some lower testing scores. So it's one of the things that we thought about when we were looking at whether this was going to be able to make a difference to kids in Waco.
Yeah.
30% of 3rd graders are reading at or exceeding their reading levels.
Oh, wow.
So we have a lot of improvement to do in kids' reading scores here in Waco. And so, building these foundations of kids from the time that they're newborns till they're 5 is going to give them the foundation to then be more prepared for kindergarten. And
Yeah.
hopefully, like they've seen in other places in the country, we'll see it here in Waco, hopefully in the next 5 or 10 years as we're doing this research, show that kids will have higher reading scores at 3rd grade also.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And what is something you would like to see here in the Waco community?
We just really want to see the community grow. We want to see Imagination Library grow to where most kids in Waco are enrolled in it.
Yeah.
Right now, we're still meeting a lot of people who don't know about the program.
Yeah.
We've gotten to do some fun events like being out at the farmer's market.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Waco's Farmer's Market.
Yes. We were also at Chalk Waco, which was super fun.
That was an amazing. It was, we had 24,000 people in town that weekend.
It was crazy. It was so busy. So
it was very busy.
It was really fun. We had a booth there. We were able to talk to people in the community, and a lot of people just don't know about the program still.
Yeah.
We also had a lot of people who did know about the program and were waiting for their zip code to open.
Wow. So I know. Need my zip code.
Yes, yeah.
I don't have kids, so I can reach my cats.
So we're just trying to grow the program to where we're reaching kids in more communities, in different zip codes, and we just want the program to grow so that all the kids in Waco have the opportunity to get books.
Yeah.
One of Dolly Parton's missions for this program is that there is no restriction on income, race, religion. There's nothing that she is saying that certain kids can't get the books.
Yeah.
It's open to every child in that zip code.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And so we are just excited that we're going to be able to offer that to all the kids in Waco.
Yeah, so tell us how we can get involved, where we can sign up, all of the good information.
Yeah, so the easiest way to sign up is on our website, so imaginationlibrarywaco.org. That's the place to register your kids. There's a registration form there. There's also a link on there for volunteers. So we're also always looking for volunteers to help us.
Awesome.
At some of our events, with fundraising, with
volunteer opportunities for the summer.
Exactly. So there's a volunteer interest form on the website. And there's a place to donate as well. So however people want to get involved, whether they have kids and want to enroll their kids or whether they want to get involved in some other way.
Wow.
Our website is available, and then we are also on social media. So Imagination,
slide in those DMs.
Yep, exactly. Imagination Library Waco on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Yeah. And so is there any other ways for, I know you already said volunteer opportunities, but is there any other way for people to get active or engage through this?
Yeah, really, if you have an interest in it, if you think this is a program that you are supportive of or just would like to have more information about, just reaching out to us and seeing how we can plug you in. We've had people reach out and say that, they're former teachers or, we have one of our volunteers who volunteered to do story time at the farmer's market.
Wow.
So if someone wants to bring me an idea of how they think they can get involved with the program, we're open to hearing how that is, how we can get everyone involved.
Yeah, and I know you said, so you guys brought it with you guys to Waco and started here, so other people can start in their communities as well.
Right. So yeah, our goal is to start all of McLennan County, but if there was someone in a different county who wanted to start it in their program, they could reach out to us for information on how we got started.
Yeah.
Imagination Library the foundation, Dolly Parton's foundation, is kind of who helped us start it here.
Wow.
And it's really not a very difficult program to implement.
Wow.
So you just have to be able to enroll kids and then fundraise for it, and anyone can start it in their own community.
That's great. And I know you said you were planning on doing maybe some more fundraising in the fall. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. It's still very preliminary. We don't have a date or place yet, but we're hoping to get together just for a fundraising event to, again, get more people to know about us and hopefully raise money to be able to continue those zip codes that we're hoping to open.
Wow, that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there anything else you want to share with our listeners?
Just reach out to us on social media or our website, and we can figure out how to get people involved.
Yeah, get those kids to reading.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, we're good.
This has been Haley. I'm signing off. Tune in every Friday for all of the events and activities.
Now that you know Waco, just go. Go, Waco.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.